It's October 29th, 2014. The San Francisco Giants are facing the Kansas City Royals on the road, and both of these teams had to do a lot to make it to the World Series. For example, both teams were in the wild card and ended up having amazing wild card games. As for the Royals, they had to come back against the A's to win it, and the Giants blew out the Pirates. And then after they got past Divisional Series and Championship Series, and both wildcard teams were in the World Series, something that you don't see every day. It's the bottom of the ninth with 2 men out. Alex Gordon hits a ball into the gap, which Gregor Blanco can't get. Then Juan Perez has some trouble picking it up. Alex Gordon would get to third, and surprisingly, third base coach Mike Jirschele told him to stay at third. And then, we all know what happened.
Salvador Perez, the 2-2. Popped up. Sandoval in foul territory. Giants win! A World Series win for the San Francisco Giants.
So, why didn't he send him home? How is everybody doing today? It's Sports Huddle back with another video. Today, I'm going to talk about Mike Jirschele and why he didn't send Alex Gordon home. Before I start though, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell and leave a like on this video. You guys, we're getting so close to 300 subscribers, so if you're new out here, hit that sub button. But without further ado, let's get into it. Now, Mike Jirschele, like I said at the beginning of the video, decided to hold Alex Gordon at third. And because of that, Salvador Perez would end up popping out, and the Giants would win the World Series for the third time in the last 5 years. But 5 years later, on October 25th, 2019, he would say why he didn't send them home. Now, the reason makes sense, but it also is just very risky what he did. So, they interviewed him, and here's what he said. He said, quote, "I wanted Salvador Perez to hit a walk-off home run so we can win the game." And to be honest, looking back, I could see it was a plan for Mike Jirschele. But on the other side, this was also a huge risk. And Madison Bumgarner, who's a top pitcher in the MLB, well, in 2014 he was doing something not a lot of starting pitchers do, and not a lot of teams would do, which is putting their starting pitcher in the game in the 4th inning until the 9th. Something that you don't really see every day. But anyways, Madison Bumgarner would deal until the 9th inning when Gordon would get to third. And to be honest, from looking where the ball was thrown and the amount of speed Gordon was headed, I have a feeling Gordon could have just made it home. But Mike Jirschele, the third base coach, said, "Nope, I'm holding you because I want to hit a walk-off home run." Which, thinking about it, is like, that is a huge dream, to have a player hit a walk-off home run to make his team win the World Series. So Mike Jirschele, I like it that you have the huge dreams. But you also got to think about the situation, the timing and all that. Because the odds of a walk-off home run happening are very hard, It's like a 1 in 1,000, maybe even more than that, to hit a walk-off home run in Game 7 with 2 outs and facing probably a top 10 pitcher in the MLB. So, Salvador Perez would pop out, the Royals would end up losing the World Series, but it would end up making up for it the next season as they beat the Mets. But Mike Jirschele, the real question is, was it a good idea holding Alex Gordon? Now, let's just say Salvador Perez never popped out, and he actually did something else. For example, what if Salvador Perez didn't hit a home run and just got like a base hit or something like that? Then that tied the game, and something else huge could have happened. For example, they could have added more runs, and this game could have gone to extras. Maybe the Royals could have walked it off then. So, if Salvador Perez never popped out and actually got anything else but a home run pretty much, then this game could have gone to a whole different direction. And the Giants, it's not just this. That are a lot of other stuff that could have happened. Like a lot of other situations where it could have held them back from making it to the World Series or moving on. For example, Travis Ishikawa. I even made a video on this guy. Make sure to go check it out. If he would have never hit that home run, would the Giants have ever made the World Series? That's another huge question we gotta ask. But the Royals too, what if they never came back in the wild card against the A's? But also, what if they never got past the Angels, who were one of the best teams in the American League back then? But the Angels was a bit easy because their pitching wasn't the best. It was really that lineup that they had to get past. But all I want to say here is, first of all, this World Series was a really good World Series to watch because, one, both of these teams were wildcard teams, and two, it went to a Game 7, and three, it ended off in a very tricky way. So, not just that, but also if Gregor Blanco would have gotten that, Alex Gordon would have not been able to get to third base, or maybe even home. But all I have to say is about the third base coach, Mike Jirschele, is that next time in a huge situation like this, well, right now it's not looking like it's going to be good because the Royals are just not looking like they're a good team. Next time he wants to do something like this, I feel like he should think twice about it, because this is a situation where you're just in one of the biggest situations of your life. This is probably one of the biggest calls Mike Jirschele could have ever made, because think about it. It's Game 7. You're at home. You could end it off in style. There were probably about over 40,000 people watching you, and don't forget about the thousands who are watching home. Just imagine yourself on the field and deciding to let Alex Gordon stay at third. And then after that pop-out happening. Mike Jirschele must have been disappointed about it, but at the end of the day, we all know what happened. But anyways, guys, I want you all to let me know down in the comments, what do you think? What do you think about Mike Jirschele not sending Alex Gordon home? Because if you're asking me, I feel like that was a mistake, but I do like the thought of maybe making something else happen that could have been bigger. But that is going to be it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, but I will see you all next time. I'm out.